Hey everybody, and welcome back to another new and noteworthy mod review. Today we're going to take a look at a mod that recently came out over in the Giants Mod Hub called Power Tools. I have to say this mod is not so well named. It really doesn't help explain what on earth it does, but what it does do is probably going to satisfy a lot of players' problems. Now this mod is available for PC only. It does make use of additional scripts, so sorry console players, this one is not for you. Now, before we go into what the mod does, this video is brought to you by GoldenEye 48. Thank you for being a farm baron. So what does Power Tools do? Well, Power Tools satisfies the needs of many players, and that is, it gives you the power of He-Man, gives you the power of Popeye, Superman, that's right, super strength, amongst many other things. So the way this works, F12 brings up the Power Tools menu. Toggle Super Strength, yes. Now it says Super Strength is enabled. Talk to the hand, I can pick it up, click on it, and then raise it up, move it around, I can middle click, and rotate it as I need. And then when I'm done, I can just left click to set it down. Maybe it's something I want to put over there. I can just right click and just chuck it. Just like that. So that is super strength. And there are lots of times where, something just might not be quite positioned right. You accidentally knock something, you can't get to the hitch, and you just think, man, if I could just reposition it, well, super strength is exactly what you need. Maybe you're really bad, really bad with using front loader or forks or a forklift. Well, now you can pick up those pallets that just were not able to pick up before. You can pick up bales that you couldn't pick up before. This feature is basically critical to so many players, and now we have it available. F12, we're going to toggle that off. So now it says super strength disabled. We can no longer pick up big, heavy objects. The next feature, F12, we have flight mode. And you'll see flight mode is now enabled. Use J key to toggle flight mode, Q to increase your height, E to decrease your height, and at that point, W, A, S, and D will walk you around. Just like that. Now, if you hit J, you have basically turned flight mode off, but flight mode is still enabled. Turn it back on, you go Q and J, and then you get some altitude again with Q. E to reduce altitude, J to come down to land. Now you want to, at some point, probably turn that off. So you go back to flight mode, F12 menu, and toggle it off. F12 menu, what's the third feature? To turn on and off the HUD. We don't have a great screenshot mode in Farm Sim, but we can turn the HUD off, which is basically close enough. So now we can go and turn the HUD off, or maybe you like to play without a HUD. Maybe the HUD messes up with your immersion. Well, you can turn the HUD on and off quickly and easily with F12, and then toggling over to the third option, turn it on and off, just like that. Now, the last feature of Power Tools is something that I know some people will probably balk at, but there is legitimate use for this, and that is to add and remove money at will. So if I want to add $10,000 to my bank account, I just do this. I now have $10,000 of money. If I want to take away $10,000, I just toggle to option 4, minus 10,000, and now I have lost $10,000. So what are the legit uses for this? Well, let's say that you're setting up a brand new save game, and you don't want to necessarily start with the save equipment. You want to start with a decent amount of land. You want to start with some decent equipment because in your mind, you're going to be running a long-running farm. The farm's been running through your family for years. You want to have established machines. You want to have established land. And in order to do that, well, you're going to need some initial starting capital. But you don't want to start with $10 million or $20 million. You want to get your stuff, and then you want to reduce your bank account balance down to something manageable. So you could go in here, F12, toggle to option 4, and let's say we want to remove our money. We want $9 million gone. 9,000, 90,000, 900,000, 9 million is now gone out of my bank account, and I only have $64,000. So once you set up your save, how you want to start, you could then decide how much money you really want to have going forward and reduce your bank account down to that. Maybe you want to do one of those fabled Survivor series where you want to start with absolutely no money at all. So we want to go 64, 5, 45, right? So let's do this. Minus 64, 5, 45. And now we are broke with an absolute $0 bank account. And we can start doing our survival gameplay should we so wish to do that rather popular buzzword. Other things, maybe you want to try out some machinery. You're not quite sure if you're going to want to keep it or not. And with Seasons in 19, we had like a 30-minute trial period. But maybe we want to try this out, this tractor. We're not sure. We're not sure if it's going to do what we want it to do. $280,000 though is a pretty big investment just to try it out. Well, we can buy it. And if we don't like it, we're not going to be able to sell it back for full price, right? Well, what we can do is we can sell it back. We can see what our difference is between what we bought it for and what we sold it for. And we can refund our bank account the difference. And therefore, we're not out any money. And we were able to try out the machine. So those are just a few of the ideas on how to legitimately use the ability to just add money and take money away at will. Maybe you decide that the economy in game is too rich. It pays too much money. So you want to set up your own economy, and you've established on a spreadsheet what certain crops should pay based on maybe real life numbers. There was a mod for that in FS19. And you sell your wheat. So you want to get your real life income. So you go and back out the profit you made with your wheat, and you add in the profit that you feel you should have made with the wheat the way you want to play. So the last feature is kind of like quick exit. Exit to menu. If I hit OK, it's basically going to immediately quit the game and dump me back to the main menu. Because maybe you have autosave enabled and you don't want to hit escape because that's when the game saves. You don't want to do that because maybe you just placed a building and it completely flubbed up. And you're like, I don't want to run the risk of hitting escape and autosaving. F12, exit to menu, okay, boom, you're out. It didn't have any chance to autosave on you. Basically, think of it as Alt F4, except you go back to the main menu. So guys, that is Power Tools. Again, I don't really think it's that appropriately named. I would like to have maybe seen it named something else, possibly related to, the fact that it runs console commands and it's not necessarily tools or implements that are powered. You kind of can think of it different ways. But anyway, it is, again, available over the Giants Mod Hub or the in-game Mod Hub. It is for PC only because it is making use of additional scripts. So, sorry, console players, it does exclude you all. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? And until next time, happy farming.